when I was maybe 3 or 4, no, probably 2 or 3 years old, we lived on New Bern Avenue until I was married. So I spent most of my early years there. And my remembrances are that we enjoyed being on a main corridor. We used to play games with cars passing and what color they were and that sort of thing. My grandfather had a little store, a little side of the street store on New Bern Avenue. And when I was there, it first was not called New Bern Avenue. It was just a little side street of New Bern Avenue. It was called College Street, College Drive. Then the city changed it to Lincoln Drive, and then to New Bern Avenue. And my home was where the Richard B. Harrison Library is now. So the pecan tree that is there is a tree that we planted. So my memories of New Bern Avenue are very pleasant ones, happy memories.
Well, I think it's filled with resources, and I've seen it develop across the decades, the years. And I think it's a wonderful place to live and to work.
I mean, it's a nice neighborhood. It's low income to middle class income. Most of the houses are brick ranches, and it's connected by Pool Road to the city.
I like the location. I like the different cultures, the variety of people that live in the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And it's kids friendly.
And like I said, I'm pretty close to the corridor and easy access. That means I'm easy to travel onto the highway and also the downtown. That's one. The other one, I am pretty close to the Greenway through the Anderson Point Park, which I enjoy that a lot. And third, I am close to the main road, but just off enough where I don't hear, at nighttime, I don't hear a lot of traffic passing.
Well, I think the sense of businesses and also residential living and the sense of diversity and also the resources in the area, I think the history is profound.
My church is kind of on that thoroughfare, so that would be number one. Again, I said I didn't travel it very often, but when I did, I used to like the Frank's Pizza, and I think it's still there. So I really like that, but I haven't been there for years. There's a school over there that I think is really very important to the community, and that's Inlow High School. It's right on Clarendon Crescent. So I like the fact that it's there. And then I like the historic look of it, kind of leading to the hospital, the homes that are there. So I like the historic look of it. And I like the hospital. I might have given you more than one, but I like the hospital.
Well, it has over the years become a very busy point on the eastern side of the city. My history with New Bern Avenue goes back to the late 70s. And so I saw, as the population of Wake County and Raleigh, as the population grew, the amount of traffic it exploded. It exploded to a point where before they built the bypass, within minutes, if you didn't leave at your appointed time, you were going to sit in a lot of traffic, especially when there was bad weather. I think that corridor has reflected the overall growth of Raleigh.
The neighborhood is really nice. I like this spot where I live, I'm centrally located, because everything is nearby. I don't have to go a long way for anything. We have the grocery stores right in our area, drugstores, bus stops, parks, community centers. Everything is pretty well centrally located, and New Bern Avenue is only a couple blocks away. Rode up and down there over the years. I've been here like 40 years or so. So I've been up and down New Bern Avenue a whole lot. In fact, just as you're coming from downtown there, I guess it would probably start just beyond the post office, coming down New Bern. It was a pretty nice neighborhood. There used to be houses along there on both sides, along with offices and things of that nature. But I think a lot of the houses were torn down, and in fact, they built a charter school or something over there, not far from New Bern Avenue. But all in all, it's pretty nice scenery, and everything. So I've enjoyed it over the years.
I think it's a great neighborhood. As I grew up there, everything is, like she said, centrally located. You're close to downtown, so you have all the amenities, like you have schools. My son went to the school downtown, Moore Square. You have the food hall, so you basically have like everything nearby that you need. The only thing that changed lately with New Bern Avenue that I see is that the motor vehicles that used to be they moved, and it looked like they're building more houses right there in that area. They're fixing up that area. And as you move on down New Bern Avenue, like towards Waitman, Waitman brought up all of Sunnybrook, New Bern Avenue area.
Well, for years I've described it as the best kept secret in Raleigh that now has been discovered, and I'm so upset that it has, because we've gotten a bad rap over the years of a lot of things that really weren't here, but the perception was here. But those of us who live over here have led a really high quality of life in neighborhoods and communities that have been in existence with people who knew each other and cared about each other. But the gentrification has come in now and completely changed the flavor of so many other communities. And really, it's not the same place.
A tale of two cities. Flavor is a large, rich legacy of affordable housing, people in working class. And then there's the newer class, higher net worth individuals that are buying into that corridor that should have an equal say as well. But that fight between the two makes a big shift in finding common ground.